And we're live.
Hey, welcome everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Game Therapy here in our earlier time slot for today. Thank you very much. I'm Judge Brendan, and with me today I've got some fantastic special guests. Joe, tell them who you are and who you're playing.
I am Joe Cirillo, and I am playing Glorandel the Elf.
Outstanding. How about Max? Tell them who you are, who you're playing.
I'm Maxwell Patton, and I'm playing Dougal the Thief.
Nice. Chase, introduce yourself to the masses.
So I'm Chase, and I'm playing Dirty Dan the Dwarf.
Dirty Dan the Dwarf. All right, and who's that handsome guy up there? Will, who the heck are you?
Hey, I'm Will. I am playing Goth Darkstone.
I love it. I love it. And last but never least, my co-host with the co-most, Bruce, tell him who you are.
I'm Bruce. I'm playing Bodrick the Halfling.
Outstanding. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So the group of y'all you are all a group of adventurers who have worked together in the past. You guys have, we begin our scene with you already in a dungeon. You guys have been in this dungeon for a while. You've been, looking for this. You guys are looking for there's a fabled treasure that is somewhere hidden underground here. Supposedly enough money to ransom a kingdom is somewhere secreted away in this dungeon. And you have been here and searching for it. But right now, you actually you're actually standing outside of a door. From the inside of the door, you hear some noises in there. You hear some grunting and some, voices, roughly yelling at one another. You also hear the mooing of a cow. What do y'all do?
The mooing of a cow?
Yeah,
in a
cow.
dungeon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not metagaming here, This isn't a funnel, though. That's all I'm saying.
Barbecue.
Can you just
I listen to these voices and try and tell if I recognize the language?
Sure. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. D20 and add your intelligence modifier.
All right.
17.
Yeah, you definitely hear there are multiple voices coming from within there, and you know what? You think that they are orcs. And as you're listening, you hear one of them yells a command to the other one, and then there's a "Rah!" And you hear this a terrifying, bovine, cry of pain, and then a huge big boom as something has slumped to the floor. And that is what you hear.
Someone's going to eat good tonight.
So Dirty Dan's going to turn to the others and he's going to whisper, "Orcs, bad news."
Who's going to kick in the door then, guys? Bodrick draws his hand axes. I guess they're half axes because he's.
Pull back my bowstring.
Goth is going to go ahead and lay a blessing with the
Draw my battle axe.
I draw a dagger.
Okay. Is Goth actually going to cast a spell? I missed a little bit of that.
Yeah, Goth was going to try to. He was not listening.
Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Cthulhu on his mountain stays aloof. Who is kicking that door open?
I have a strength of 17.
Boom. You want to do it?
Does anyone else have a better strength, or does anyone else want to try?
It's definitely a job for a stocky little dwarf, I reckon.
Yeah.
I've got your back, dwarf. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm going to try and kick this thing open.
Okay, give me a strength check.
5.
5, yeah. You kick this door. The door does not quite open. And from inside, it gets real quiet. Although you hear some people stamping around inside there now and, moving around.
Okay. Back the way we came then?
Is this door, does it seem to be locked?
No one's tried it. You going to try it?
So I just kind of, off to the side, try to open the door. Just simple open.
Okay, so you open the door up. Yeah, sure enough, that door just opens up. Inside this room, you see that there are 6 orcs inside there. These are pig-headed orcs, okay, with green kind of skin. They're all dressed in kind of almost like identical armor, like they're from the same troop or whatever. And there's like a symbol on the front of all of their halberds with like a broken, like a skull kind of cracked in half. It's like falling in 2 different directions. They all have hand axes, and when you open the door, they roar at you guys universally. And that is what you see. So go ahead and let's go ahead and roll initiative. These guys mean business, my friends. It's a 17 to beat the dealer. Let's see if y'all can hang with it.
17 for Dirty Dan.
Okay, fine. Show off a little bit, Dan. That's fine.
I got 15. Dougal has 15.
Dougal, 15.
Goth for 10.
15 for Goth.
10.
Your sound, 10. Your sound just got a little bit quiet.
10 for Glorandel.
All right, who has the high agility out of Goth and Glorandel?
I have an 11 agility.
Will, what do you have for agility?
I have 10.
Outstanding. So so Glorandel's going to go first. Cool. And who am I missing? I'm missing Bruce. Bodrick.
13.
What Bodrick? What? 13 for
Yep.
Bodrick.
Bodrick.
Cool. I sincerely hope you have a cunning plan at this point.
Kill the orcs.
We'll see. That's a pretty good plan. So it is Dan. So when the door opens up, one of them is standing just inside there with his hand axe, and it's covered in blood. From behind him, you can see. Well, yeah, sure enough, there's a cow in there. The cow has some kind of rope around its neck, and now it is laying there after having been whacked in the neck, and now it's it looks like it's bled out and dead there on the floor. This is some kind of abattoir smelling place. This whole place, even without the cow, this whole place smells like rotted meat. But it's your turn first. There's one right inside the door that's standing there, like waiting on the door to open.
Mhm.
There's a few more in the background that are still moving around.
So Dan's ready to redeem himself for failing at the door. So he pulls back his battle axe, screams his war cry, and takes a swing at the one that was killing the cow.
Outstanding. All right, you're gonna rush through and get the one fighting that just killed the cow a minute ago. So go ahead.
Could I use my deed to try and disarm him?
Absolutely, you can go for a disarming shot. So a disarming shot won't do damage if it's successful. But go ahead and do it up. So charge in, and it'll be this one.
I was thinking along the lines of trying to take off the arm.
Okay, so you're gonna smash his hand or smash his arm. Different attack. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're trying to injure him so that he can't fight as well.
Yeah.
I get you. You charge in past the guy right in front of the door, and you can attack the next guy out there. Good strategy since the fight hasn't really started yet. And go ahead and make that check and tell me what you get on your attack roll and your D die.
That is 9 total and 1 on the deed.
9 total and 1 on the D. That's going to miss. So you run in there, and he actually gets his axe up, and parries against you as you get in there. And now that you're, now that you're actually into the room itself, you see that there's one more door on the far side of this place, and there's a chest in the corner, just sitting there, with a big giant padlock on the front of it. And that is what you see. So it is their turn. Dan's the only one in the room, so that guy by the door, he actually gonna reach over and shut it. So the one in front of the door, his only move is to shut it. The rest of them all charge up and are just gonna hammer on Dan around, and we'll see how it goes for him. So here goes some attacks. These guys charge you from all sides with their hand axe. What's your armor class?
17.
Yeah.
So back to the tavern, guys. This looks like it's taken care of.
Yeah.
So 2 of them are actually going to hit Dan, and Dan is going to take a total of 11 points of damage.
Ah.
Ow.
Oof.
Oh my god.
All right. And then so you guys are all out in the hallway. You saw this one where there's like kind of grins and shuts the door and such. And now you hear their swinish grunts glee as they are now tormenting the dwarf that is inside there. Somebody got hit in the inside. Dougal, you are up next. What are you going to do?
Oh, God. All right, so just so I'm clear, the door is now closed.
Yeah.
Is that correct? And how many did we see in that?
You think you saw 6. You were back a little ways in the line.
6.
At least,
6. Oh my God. Well, I like Dirty Dan. He's a nice guy. And,
right?
You know,
good like Dan.
So we gotta get in there, and we gotta get Dan out of there. So, oh my God, I'm usually smarter than this, but hell with it. I open the door and I try to want to rush in. I want to get out of the way so the guys can come behind me, right? And then I'm going to try to stab the orc that is right next to the door.
I gotcha. So here's what happens. You get over there and go to open that door up, and you can feel pressure from the other side. You think the one that shut it is actually holding it shut on the other side. So it's gonna be you can try to shove it open. You need to give me a strength versus strength check and beat my big old number.
Yeah, my strength is not that great, guys.
See how you do.
Yeah, my strength is 4. I got a.
Yeah, every Dougal has his day, but today is not yours.
Today
Come
is
over there
not
and shoving that door. And
Bit of help, guys. Bit of help.
Yeah. It opens just a crack, and you hear more fighting coming from inside there while the fight goes on. But that is what happens. That's all right, though, because Bodrick is fixing to do something fantastic. I got a feeling.
Okay, so having spent some time in this dungeon already, are the doors, they have a little bit of a gap underneath?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Bodrick's going to take his short sword, and he's going to stab under the door, basically thrust in hard and in the middle, and then sweep left and right with it.
I love it. All right, it's a tricky shot, and it's not as obviously you've got a small gap to fight with.
Sure.
So go ahead and are you gonna make 1 attack or 2 attacks?
I'm just going to make the one.
right.
I've got looks like I've got a hand axe and a short sword, so I'm gonna say hand. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and make 1 attack, but go ahead and roll it at a d16.
Sure. Okay. That was a 16.
Nice. Outstanding. That's a crit. So where's my book? Oh, come on, guys. I don't have my little guide here. All right, go ahead and make me give me a damage, please.
Okay, 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage, fantastic.
And
nice
4
shot.
on the crit. 4 on crit, table 3.
4 on crit, table 3. Well, I found my book, and a 4 is going to get you powerful strikes, hammers foe to their knees, make another attack. So you reach under there and stab that guy, you hear, whoa! I'm like, then you hear the thud, and you can kind of see him there in front of the door thing, and you can give him one more jab on the way through.
Yeah, that was a 9, but I think I might burn some luck if I need it. Sorry, that was a 10, but I might burn some luck if I need it.
Yeah, go. Well, actually, though, so it's 10, right?
Yeah.
He's prone now, so I'm counting that as a +4. So,
Okay.
go ahead and give me that damage.
Further 3 points of damage.
Guess what? So the Bodrick gets down on all fours, stabs under there, and you hear some thud, and then he gets one more sweep to the right. And suddenly, Dougal, that door is real amenable to opening at this point. You don't know what happened, but the door opens a few inches. You can feel the body of this thing behind it is laying there. So next, anybody else, you guys can start pushing through, although there is a body in front of there. Absolutely fantastic move on the part of Bodrick. That's fantastic. And it is time for Glorandel the Elf to do something equally awesome.
Okay, so now you're saying the door is still closed, correct? Or is it open?
Dougal, at this point, there's no more pressure on the other side, but there's a body laying there. So Dougal's got it open a few inches, but there's still a body there on the floor that is keeping the door from opening up for you.
All right, I mean, I can't hold this bowstring forever, so, I'm just going to, break out the long sword, and I'm going to try to open the door myself and just take a swing at the first orc.
Okay, so give me a very easy strength check to kind of just burst through there. Give me like a 5 or better.
Okay, 9. I got a 10.
Perfect. So I'll say you were able to like shove that door open and run over there and fight one of the ones fighting Dan as you go over there and get involved in that fight. So go ahead and you're in the room now, and you can make an attack roll against one of these orcs. Go ahead and give it a shot, Roderick.
Okay. I got a 13.
That is going to miss.
Okay.
That guy sees you coming. He gets he blocks there with his hand axe, and he's like, all elves are nothing but meat. He says to you. He seems pretty angry about stuff. But that's all right though. You know why? Because Goth Darkson is ready to step in and do something tremendous. What you gonna do, Goth?
I'm gonna burst through. I'm gonna do lay on tentacles on Dirty Dan.
All right. So Goth runs in and reaches out to Dirty Dan. Dan, what's your alignment?
Lawful.
All right, so off by 1. All right, 17 and a 3 is a dirty 20. So that's 3 dice.
You can't get more appropriate than that, I don't think. So.
Yeah. So 3 dice of healing.
Yeah. So
Dirty Dan.
Dan, why don't you go ahead and roll yourself 3d10 and take the highest 2. That's how many hit points back you heal. And I'm gonna let you do that, and we're gonna keep rolling on here. Well, actually, we finish that up because it's your turn again. There's a room full of orcs here. They are looking just fierce, and
I wanna body slam one of these guys to the floor.
Slam to the floor. I want to see you do it. Give me an attack roll.
Would this be a strength check?
This would be an attack roll with your deed die.
Got it. That is 8 total with a 4 on the deed.
That's 8 total. 8 total, yeah. So, you would have got that deed off, but 8's not going to make connection. So you go over there and grapple with them. Yeah, so you got 8 total. You would need to spend 6 points of luck to get that attack off.
Just gonna stick with the failing roll.
I feel you. Well, what? Okay. Yeah. All right. That's cool. So you're gonna go in. What weapon do you have in hand?
Battle axe.
All right. Battle axe. Battle axe, as I recall, is that two-handed?
Yeah.
I think it is two-handed. Yeah. All right. So you're not employing your shield right now. I got you. All right. Cool. So you swing at them, and it does not work out. So man, they see the cleric. Actually, no, the elf. They're so excited. There's an elf to swing on. I mean, Glorandil, you've never seen such glee in a group of orcs. So Dan, the one that hit you last round is still going at you this round. Here comes that attack. He is going to get a total of a 16. Does that get you?
That would hit.
No, that's actually after Dan. 16.
Yeah, that misses.
Dan? All right, gotcha. And the other 1, 2, 3, 4 are actually going to switch up their attacks and go after Glorandil. So here goes Glorandil.
Okay.
Glorandil. Here goes. Boom. You're going to take a... Man, the orcs are on fire. That's a 16. Does a 16 get you?
16 gets me.
18, 1 miss, and another 18. Yeah, these guys just pile on Glorandil. And they wind up doing... they wind up doing... I think you wind up doing 19 points of damage with 3 attacks.
I'm down. Oh, yeah, I'm
down.
I'm down.
All right, so here's what happened. Glorandil. Okay, so we're going to change scenes here just a little bit, okay? So you suddenly wake up, okay? So you are in a dark, cool, comfortable space. You're on a cot, and you can see that wherever you are, there's like there are like these sort of like screens that are next to you, left and right. And you look down, and there are like you're just wearing like a nightshirt, and there are multiple wires that are going through the sides of your shirt attached to your chest. There are things attached to your head. You look around. Roll me a d6.
All right. A 1.
1. Okay. There's a little table next to you, a little like night table. On that table there is a little vase with like a fake flower in there, and there's also there's a cell phone, a couple of books, and a phone charger. So a couple of them are textbooks. One of them is obviously like a puzzle, like a book with like crossword and math puzzles. Um, and when you get up, something starts making a noise, and this woman pokes her head in. Asian woman. She's like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be awake yet. Come here. You're okay, buddy. It's all right. It's all right." And she comes over and
Where am I? Where are my companions?
uh, she says, "I think we, she's like, your companions. Everybody's still in here. Shh, you're gonna wake everybody up. The sleep study is nowhere near over, so you just relax, okay?" And she comes over and injects your arm, and like you just suddenly you feel this beautiful rush of like cleansing sleep.
Sleep? No, there was no orcs that cast. There was no wizards casting sleep.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. She says, and that we're gonna go ahead and leave you there for now. With you trying, like you're not completely faded out yet, but you're getting ready to fade out. Okay, so it is Dougal. Dougal, it is your turn. So you are actually still outside the door, but the door has been opened all the way now.
Okay, so in front of me, that orc that was knocked down to the ground that Broderick had did a bit of damage. Is he still alive?
No. His like both of his feet are bloody mess. Like his one foot's a bloody mess, and that second shot he kind of fell, and like that second shot kind of got him on top of his shoulder. He is very dead.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and so in front of me right now, I see Dirty Dan, and I see is it 3 orcs that's there now, or is it?
There are at this point there are still 5 orcs in there. One's confronting Dan. The other ones there's like 4 of them that just beat down Glorandil and are kind of standing over his body there. He's laying there, eyes closed. He could be asleep. And then there's also the cow is in there. There's a door on the far side of the wall, and there is like I said, like a chest in the right corner off to your right, and the chest has got a big padlock in the front of it. There's also torches. This whole dungeon has had torches all on the wall. So there's lit torches all over the place. So there's just like, 3 torches in sconces as well. So, and that is what you see. What are you going to do on your round?
Okay, so for me to do a backstab, what do I need to successfully achieve to be able to execute that? Is it possible at this moment when we're all in combat?
You know what? No one is focused on you. Everyone is focused on the elf. So I will say that if you can give me a DC 15 sneak silently check, I will say that you can creep up behind one of the ones that's fighting Glorandil and give them that backstab action.
Okay, I will try that. No, I got a 2 on that.
You got a 2 on that. Gotcha. So you go up, you come up behind him, and
so I still try to attack though. Is that possible?
Yeah. Gotcha. You wind up stepping on the dead orc, and he makes a noise like squish. And then guy's like turns around like, and you're face to pig face with this creature at this point.
All right. Well, so, I still try to attack with my dagger.
I want to see you do it.
Another 2.
Man, wait. Dougal. All right. Okay. That's cool though. You get in there and fight. So now one of them is looking at you in the face. That's okay though. So Bodrick, you are still outside of the door. Door is now has been shoved open, and you are out in the hallway. What are you going to do?
I'm going to attack the closest orc with both of my weapons.
Cool. The closest one will be the one that Dougal tried to stab.
Okay. That one's another crit. You're not going to believe this. I haven't got my camera on my dice. I've just rolled another 16.
I believe you, bro. That's fantastic. Don't you, dude?
And a 4, so, only one hit, I'm presuming.
Yeah, 4's going to miss.
Okay, so my short sword hits for 5, and I get another 4 on the crit table. So
you knock this guy down as well. A powerful strike hammers foe to their knees. Give me that. How much damage did you do with that shot?
Do you know what? Did I say
Just
4?
reroll it.
Oh,
I didn't hear.
Two.
You said
4? We think 4?
you said 4.
Okay. So yeah, he falls to his knees. Go ahead and take another shot at him at +4. You get a free shot.
You are not going to believe this. Honestly, you were.
Oh, hey, dude. You know, come on.
Yeah,
Someone's gotta do the heavy
that was
lifting.
another 16. That's another 5 points of damage.
Dude,
I'm keeping this
so-
D16.
You need to. So here's the deal. So just go ahead and tell me how often that critical is. Like, just describe it in for flavor. Because
So the first blow takes him down. I swing my axe wildly. I hit him so hard with the short sword the first time that I miss because I've hit so hard with the leading hand, right? But I do get a backswing off the first one because of the fantastic way. And the short sword coming back just takes his head clean off.
yeah, y'all see his head come neatly off and land over there next to Cal. The orcs are like, "Roar!" And now they all roar their terrible war cry. It almost sounds like sirens when they all start hollering like that. So fight continues. That was awesome. Well done. And it is time for Glorandiel to do his thing. So Glorandiel, so you are in this room. You are fading. Okay, you are about you feel this is round 1 for Glorandiel being done. However, you're whatever else is happening. You are in this room and this woman standing over you just gave you an injection, and you feel yourself fading. You have time to do one thing.
I say, where am I? Have I died and gone to Elfland?
It's like, oh my God, that is so cute. She's like, no. Look, pal, it's it's Elfland. It's all good. All the elves love you. All right, we're all friends here, man. Keebler, right? And you kind of get patted on the head, but you can. You're just gonna talk to her around.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I'm gonna try to get up a little. If she'll let me.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So to get out of because like I said to actually stand up, you are pretty dazed, but you can do it with an agility check DC 12.
Okay. Well, I got a 15.
Yes, you actually stand up, and when you do, so you see that curtain that was around your around the bed there, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of look over the top of it. You see that you are in the middle of a row of these things, and that there are several other people there who are asleep in these different little cubby holes there and such, with just kind of curtains in front of them. You can see overhead that there is there are plastic louvers overhead with fluorescent lighting. And all the way to the front, you see a door there. And just for a moment, you kind of have this recollection of sleep study. Yeah, this is a sleep study. And that is the last thing you see before you absolutely fade out. And,
okay.
And the last thing you remember is this woman kind of catching you and sort of guiding you so that you fall in bed rather than fall on their linoleum floor and break your face.
Gotcha.
All right. So we'll get back to you here in a minute.
Okay.
So it is time for Dark Side. God, Glorandiel the elf has fallen. What are you going to do about it?
Goth is going to haul Glorandel back to his feet, whispering, "The Dark Lord is not done with you yet." And maybe he is. So I'll drop Glorandel like a dead seal, and
All right, this is round 1 of Glorandel. You got one more round there.
all right.
But we'll see what happens here. So it is time for that's it. With you doing that, trying to stand him up, did not work out. It is time for Dan. Dan, you are surrounded. You are in the midst of this huge big melee with these things just fighting every which place and such. That one in front of you that you have been there, the two of you are just squaring off. And he's looking at you and he says, "One more dwarf scout to add to my collection." He says.
So
it's your turn.
Yeah, Dan is going berserk over the fact that his best friend Glorandel here just got taken out by these things. So he takes the battle axe over his head, screams in rage, and then tries to bring it down on the orc's head.
All right, I want to see you do it. Headshot, orc, axe, go for it.
Oh, finally, 17, 2 on the deed.
Outstanding. So you don't get the headshot in, but it's definitely a hit. So go ahead and give me your damage. That is this guy. Don't forget to add your strength modifier and
Yeah.
your deed die damage.
7.
Okay, so yeah, he jumps up and tries to block as that attack comes in, fails, and you want him kind of like skittering him right across the chest. And he is now you like put a rip in his hauberk right in the middle of that where that broken skull is, and you have drawn blood. He is staggered back, wheezing. You really put the hit on him, but he's still in this fight though. He's coming at you. So here's his attack. He is going to jump over and try to return fire with his hand axe. He is going to get a total of an 11. I'm pretty sure that misses. So the other three, they're all scared of this halfling now. Like Christ. So yeah. So the two of them are going to go at Bodrick. Here it goes. That is going to be a total of a 14.
That's it.
All right, and the second one's going to get a 20. So that's 2 hits.
Oh, yes.
You are going to take you take a total of 11 points of damage.
Puts me down.
Oh man,
Oh.
getting grim in here. All right, so here's what happens. You hear something, okay, and it kind of wakes you up. Like there's something going on, and you look across the way. Roll me a die 6 real quick, please.
It's 5.
5. This one. Okay, so you wake up and like suddenly you feel very kind of like wheezy and like like you look up. You're like a cot someplace. There are curtains ringing around you and such. To your right, there is a little table, and on top of the table, you see that there's just like a little forest of medicine. There's always medicine bottles over there. Like the thyroid meds, allergy meds, a couple of different things. There's also a wallet, license, and like a little backpack, and that is what you see. So and like you hear from across the way. You hear there's someone like talking about elves, like, oh, I gotta go back to Elfland. And you hear this woman like laughing, like, oh, come on, don't fall, no, don't fall. Okay, you're okay, buddy. Who is that? And then like she kind of, this woman kind of like, rushes into like pushes the curtain back and rushes into where you are and is like, oh, come on. I knew he was gonna wake everybody up. Shh, it's okay. This person is in there trying to calm you down as you wake up groggy and feeling strange. She has a tray like on a little cart on wheels by her, and she reaches over that and gets a syringe and is not there yet. But that is what we are going to leave off on. That is Bodrick. So it is Glorandriel. This is you at this point you have sunk back into sleep. Now you're kind of in this null space. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, but like part of you thinks that you're just going to wake up at any moment. Part of you thinks that you are about to die and go on to the Elfland. So you will serve the king of Elfland forever. So we're gonna leave you there. This is round 2 for you being down. Goth, man, you see Glorandriel, who's in your arms, is still down, but Bodrick went down this round 2. Fight continues. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to stand Glorandel back up because this is it. Get up, you dumb elf. 15 and a 3 is 18.
Oh.
What alignment are you?
I am chaotic.
Chaotic. So 2 dice.
All right, so you get back 2 die 6. So neither of those things happen. Glorandel wakes back up. This fight is still going on. You are looking up into the dark eyes of Goth Darkson, who is there kind of like supporting you up and, whatever and such. You look around, you feel very disoriented. Like you have this sort of fugue moment where you're like, am I supposed to be here? Where am I supposed to be happening? So you just feel very confused for this moment here. But we'll come back to that. So it's the top of the order. Next round, Dan, there's still fighting to be done. The guy that you hit last round is still up, still angry, still in your face, but that last hit was big. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, so I want to finish this dude. I want to try and take his arm clean off.
Arm cleanup. I want to see you do it. D20, add your mods, make your D die roll.
4.
4 to hit?
4 to hit.
Yeah, so that would be the opposite of what I was wanting to see, right? The opposite, Chase. The very opposite. I'm giving you a hard time. All right. Yeah. You swing on him, and fight is ongoing. Um. Oh, you know what? I didn't get the date. Oh, gosh darn it! He's gonna be so mad. All right. Hey guys. Hey, it's Thursday, July 25th, 2020. Whoopsie schnoodles. Sorry, Brett.
It's
Sorry.
June though.
That's on me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
June 25th, not July.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Lockdown. Maybe we've been here another month.
That's true.
Yeah. Who knows what's happening?
It's a very long sleep study. So
If we spirits have offended, think but this and all is mended. Okay, so it is their turn. So the wounded orc is gonna swing back at Dan. Here comes that attack. He is gonna get a total of a 13.
No miss.
Does not get dirty Dan. Okay, so then yeah, man. So two of them are down. So one is going at Dougal. Here's that attack for Dougal. Ah, it's gonna be a total of 14. Does that get Dougal?
Got Dougal.
All right, Dougal takes 5 points of damage. These orcs are kind of like on fire today for once. Orcs are just making it happen. And the last two have decided that this whole Goth, you are ruining everything. So the two of them are going to run over and try to swing on Goth.
All right.
And that is going to be a 13
Nope.
and a 7.
Nope.
All right.
I'm
the two of
blocking
them
those
rush-
swings with Glorandal's body.
Randall's like, we've gone a full weekend at Bernie's. Well done. All right. That's awesome. That's all I got, man. Dougal, it is your turn. We're still toe to toe, you and me. You and this pig-faced, green-skinned, scary orc.
Yeah, so I was a bit impressed that Broderick was spraying blood all over my boots. Every time I tried to attack, he would come in and just decimate. And then I saw him get kicked across the floor, and then I took a hit there. So I just am I able to? I have a dagger. Am I able to drop that and draw my sword and attack with my sword?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm going to try to do. I got a 10. Can I burn some luck?
You absolutely can. How many points of luck do you want to burn?
I'm going to burn 2 points of luck, and I roll D4. Is that correct?
That's exactly right.
Okay. 4 and 3. So 17 total.
17 total. Outstanding. You, yes, indeed, do stab Mr. Orc. So go ahead and give me that attack roll. Give me a damage roll.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. He is still up, but you put a good hit on him. Kind of hit him up high on his leg. He kind of staggers back from you, and he's like, human scum, you shall rue the day that you cross the Bone Break tribe. That's the whole thing. Broderick, this was round one of being down. So where you are, like, you kind of sit up. You see this woman is coming at you like with a syringe in this place. It's pretty quiet in here. You kind of hear like quiet, low music going on from someplace. It's very cool. It's very comfortable. You've got like a sheet over you. You look down. You're wearing like just kind of like a tank top, and like there are wires like stuck to the sides of the tank top to all these pieces of tape that are stuck on your chest. There's a couple on your temples. You feel groggy. You feel weird, but like you're starting to kind of like come up.
She's coming at me with a syringe.
Yeah, she sure is.
I'm gonna try and take the syringe away from her. She's not stabbing me with needles.
Gotcha. All right, so you got to give me so standing up again. You're still super groggy, so just give me an easy agility check because you haven't gotten hyphenated yet.
No, that's a 5.
Okay. Do you want to spend any luck?
How easy is this check?
Well, I mean, you got to take this away. Let's put it this way, okay? It's a strength versus strength check. So I will tell you that you did not make it with this. I'll say you need to get an 11 or better. So
that would be 6 points. Nah.
All right. So she's like, it's okay. Listen, pal, and she's like, You just gotta relax. We're only about halfway through the study, and I'm sorry we woke you up. It's my fault. We're making too much noise over here. This whole time, I've just been sitting here trying to read my comic books, but boy, people are waking up. This is supposed to be the easiest job on campus. How come I get stuck with everyone waking up here? So she is gonna, So she puts that syringe right up to your arm there, and you feel this rush of just like quietude gets shot into your arm. Suddenly, you feel instantly drowsy, instantly sort of falling back asleep. But you did stand up, and now that you're standing up, you can see that there are multiple cots that are all sectioned off by these low curtains that you can kind of see over the top to. There's a door out in the front, and you see the door open up. This man comes out there, and you see that he is a man in his 40s. He has a lab coat on. He has a clipboard. And he comes in and he says, Nora, what's going on in here? And the one thing you see is that he's got like prominent skin tags across his forehead and cheeks. So what offsets him. So that is what you see. But you are already you feel yourself getting ready to fall back asleep and fall back into bed. So that's awesome. The fight continues. Glorando the elf, you are back. Again, you just feel oriented.
I'm awake. And then I have the long sword in my hand, so I am going, getting my senses. I'm going to swing at one of the orcs in front of me.
All right. These are one of the ones that are actually attacked Goth last round.
Okay.
You can go ahead and so you're going to step up. He lets go of you, and you're going to take your attack with one. Go for it.
All right, so I'm standing up now, and I got a 19.
Outstanding. Give me some damage.
Okay. So that would be for 7 points.
Yeah, you run him through partially. He's just squeals in pain and outrage. He's still alive. That was a very serious hit, and he is going to be dealing with that injury. But that was awesome, and it's Goth Darkson. Darkson.
All right, going to push Glorandel toward the orcs that were attacking me, and then kind of scramble on hands and knees over to Bodrick, grab his foot, and just try to pump the love of Cthulhu right into him.
Love of Cthulhu.
Feel the fish, man. So that's an 18, and a 3 is a 21. Is going to be more dice than you have. What alignment are you, Bodrick? Bruce.
Alignment?
Sorry. I'm chaotic.
Okay, so 2 dice.
Ooh.
Get up.
Puts me back to 3.
All right, and as that injection, like I said, you just feel like morphine, just like whatever it is, hit your system, and like you fall back, and suddenly you pop instantly awake, and you had this moment of supreme disorientation, but you realize that you recognize the person that's holding over you, although the name doesn't come to you instantly. But they've clearly just used their dark magic to return you to your to health, and you are now injured but still in here. And as you look across, there are still 3 of these pig-faced orcs in here, 2 of which are wounded, 1 of which is not, and 2 of which you actually killed. They're laying there on the ground. So we'll pick up with you on your turn, which is coming up later. So it was awesome. Well done, Goth. And it is Dan.
So
Dan,
yeah,
we still brawling here, you and me, Dan.
So Dan is like, he's done with this battle axe. He drops this. He was remembering his bar fights, and he's gonna try and grapple this orc and like shove it into the wall, like try and slam its head into the wall.
Slam head into the wall. I want to see you do it. Roll me your attack roll plus your strength check.
No deed?
And D die. Whole thing. Head it all.
Finally, 19 total, 3 on the deed.
19
Nice.
total, 3 on the deed. So yeah, you definitely slam his head into the wall. So go ahead and I'm gonna call that a D4 plus your strength check plus your D die number.
7.
Yeah, man. So you you slam his head into the wall, and there's a real ugly sound there. You ever see a watermelon fall off a counter? It's that kind of noise, and he kind of slides down there off the wall. You see his trail of blood coming from behind it. He looks up at you and he's like, "This will never be over. My ghost show."
Dan raises his hands above his head and he says, "Huzzah!"
Outstanding. Heck of outstanding. Well done. All right, it is their turn. There are 3 left. So, Glorandil, you are fighting 2. We're going to come at you with their blades. That's going to be... I got a pair of 18s over here. You got to respect that. These are the best orcs ever. These are like the craziest, goodness gracious. For a total of 7 points.
All right, I am not back at the sleep study. I'm still awake, so good.
Gotcha. So Glorandil still up, took some damage, but fight continues. And then the last one is still fighting with Dougal. He's like trying to kill Dougal over here. Dougal, prepare to die. Oh, not with that nonsense. You're good. I take it back. You're fine. Swings at you with that hand axe and misses. And you go ahead and get out of the way of that before he can stab you in the face. And it's your turn. This guy is wounded. You can return fire on him.
Me?
Yeah, Dougal. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So I attack again with my sword.
Right.
Oh my god! I got a natural 1.
That's a natural 1. Okay, roll me your fumble check, and remember that if you have a luck modifier, if it's positive, subtract it, because you want to get low on this check.
Right, okay. So it says here fumble die is a D8.
Let's go with that.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 6, so I'm going to burn a point of luck to bring that down. Is that right? Can I do that?
Sure. I'll think about it later, but yeah, why not? I mean...
No,
yeah,
I don't know. I thought you said I could burn luck to get that number down. Is that true?
No, what I was saying was that you could add your luck modifier. If you have a luck modifier, you would subtract it.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I understand. No, I understand. Sorry, I wasn't following. Yes,
you know what?
I got 5.
D&D Zen gong just went off in my head.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Sorry.
I don't know.
I'll break it, yeah. No, I got 5.
5? All right, cool. Your trip and fall wastes this action. You are prone and must use an action to stand next round. And that orc standing over you is like, ha, ha, ha. He raises his axe over his head with both hands and is getting ready to bring it down and butcher you cow style. But that is not for now. For now, it is Bodrick. Bodrick, your head is swimming, and you have this weird, fugue moment of, do I belong here? What's even happening to me? But you're in this fight, though, and you're ready to do some damage.
Yeah, I'm going to show Dougal how it's done again. Where's that really good dice? That would be a 7, so that's not going to hit. Does a 13 hit?
13 is close.
I'll burn a point of luck.
That's a hit.
That hits for 2 points then.
For 2 points of damage. He is still up, but who likes 2 points of damage from the halfling? Do you have a second attack?
I missed the first.
Gotcha. All right, so you hit him. He is still up and in this fight, and the fight is going to continue. And that was Margaret. It is Glorandil. Glorandil,
Okay,
these orcs are for you.
There's still the one that's injured, correct? That I had lunged at before.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to try to finish him off.
Do it up.
13 is a 15 hit.
Yes, it does. What was your damage?
Or a 3 points of damage.
Guess what? I got good news. Unless you're an orc. You give him some little flashy, some flashing blade sword work and slice his throat. He falls down dead. There are 2 left. Well done. And that is when Goth Darkson,
All
Son of
right.
Dark.
Make some gurgling noises in my throat that turns out to be a blessing of Cthulhu.
Nice.
Oh no! Oh no!
Ooh. Did you get a 1? You roll under your.
I rolled under disapproval. Cthulhu does not like what I am doing.
Cthulhu no likey. What did you actually get on the die check?
I won.
A 1. Roll me a die 4, please.
Oh, hey, hold on. That wasn't a D20. I'm sorry. Let me redo this. I rolled the D14.
William, I will come over there.
I know.
I know you're in Colorado, but I will literally. Hey, this would be a good time to talk about the new Goodman Games dice tray that you can put in front of your thing with all the little slots in them. I'm just saying. So check it out on GoodmanGames.com today. We'd love to see you on there.
How embarrassing.
Somebody Twitch.
All right, let's try
Clip
this
that.
that's going to be a 16.
Somebody in Twitch needs to clip that. Brendan's plug.
The mid-game ad.
Tell the boss that I'm doing my job. Mm.
So this is to only one person, right? One ally? Oh, I was hoping I could do it as a group.
Depends on how high you roll.
I got a 16.
Yeah, I think you got to get like in the 23 range to like put it on yourself and then get everybody in radius to you, I think.
Okay. So I will give this. I'll do the blessing on Bodrick because he's doing the most damage at this point.
Gotcha.
So it's +1 bonus to all attack rolls.
Out you feel the power of Cthulhu guiding your hand.
You smell fishy.
Mm-hmm. In strange eons, even the halflings will kick butt. All right, that's fantastic. So that's the top of the order. Dan, the guy that you were fighting is down. There is one over there that is unwounded that is still fighting Glorandil, and there's one that is wounded that is fighting Duel.
Okay.
So, what are you gonna do?
So I'm thinking back to my bar fighting days. So I grab onto this orc. I'm gonna try and pick him up and throw him at the orc that's attacking Dougal.
Heck yeah! All right, go ahead and give me that. All right, so go ahead first. Just roll your D die first, okay? If you get a 3 on it, I won't make you make a strength check to actually lift this guy.
3.
Yeah, so you like lift up, Mr. Orc, and now go ahead. Now this is technically a ranged attack, and it's a weird, awkward, non-proficient dead body thing. So roll me a D16, add the 3 from your D die and your agility modifier.
Okay. 14.
Yes, yes, sir. Roll me some. I guess call it a die 3 plus your D die plus strength mod.
6.
Yeah, here's how that goes. Okay, so Dougal, you're like squaring off with this guy who's like fighting. All of a sudden, from behind, you see Dirty Dan come pick this guy up, and like, wah! This guy just comes through the air. Wow! Like lands on him, and like the two of them, he actually falls like onto your weapon and gets ripped on that before he hits the floor. And now the two of them are there in a pile, like not getting back up. There is one remaining. I'm going to go ahead and make a morale check for him. Here's that morale check. I do it, so however, orcs, fierce fighters, they get to roll a d24 for their morale check. You get a 15. He's like, come on, I'll take you all to hell with me, he says. And that's, so let's, we'll see about that. That was awesome. Dan, it is his turn. He's going to run over there and try to kill Dan. Here comes that attack. Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong die. Roll D24. I need to trade now, see? He is going to not hit you. Yeah, I know, right? This is one that I used last round, my last roll. So, but that's no excuse. Anyway, he throws that and misses and does not hit Dan with his axe. Dougal, you could do something about this. He's like within 10 feet of you.
So I'm currently prone, right? And I've got orc bodies around me, right?
Oh,
so
yeah, you're prone.
Yeah, I'm prone. So I'm able to get up as an action. Am I able to attack him? Am I able to attack him this round, or he too far?
Yeah,
away?
you can get up. You can get up and take. Yeah, you can, like get up, use your move, get over there, and take a swing at him.
Okay. All right. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Newfoundland,
I
what are
used
you
a
doing,
different
Newfoundland?
die and I got a 1 again.
So you gotta stick with those dice, man. Give me that fumble check. Let's see, can he kill Dirty Dan by accident? Give me that fumble check there,
I'm
friend.
gonna end up killing myself here. My god.
Somebody
Oh
get
my
killed.
god. Yeah, I got a 6.
-1, 5.
With the
8.
-1, I got a 6 total. Yeah.
Oh, pardon me. I gotta go back here.
So your weapon
Yeah,
becomes
so
entangled in your armor.
yeah, so you got to spend your next turn or next round untangling them, and your armor class is reduced by 1. So you just get caught up. You're a mess, man. You're like a yard sale. Stuff just going every place. Thieves tools all flying out of the back. Pile of stuff on the floor there. Orc shaking his head like, man.
guys. I'm embarrassed. That's it.
Dirty Dan looks over to Dougal. He's like, "Come on, man."
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I just can't get this sword out of this armor.
All right. So that didn't work out like we would have liked. That's okay though, because Bodrick, newly blessed, can do with bonus on attack checks. 1 orc left. Let's see
Okay.
it, man.
What was my bonus?
Plus
Plus
1 to
1
attack.
to all attack
Okay.
rolls. And
So
how long does that last for, Will?
1 round. I mean, 1 turn.
Oh, heck.
okay,
Yeah.
those great rolls that I was making earlier, I'm not making them anymore. That was a 3 and a 2.
Oh.
So I don't know. I'm still groggy after waking up or whatever the hell, you know.
You feel
Flying
weird. You
around.
feel definitely weird, and like,
Wasn't a fumble though. 3 and a 2 on the die. So
yeah. So yeah, could have been way worse. That's okay though. You know why? Because it's time for Gloriandel, clad in
All
the
right, so-
shivering samite.
At this point, I am now going to draw the longbow and fire
Fire into
away. 14, 16 to hit.
Yes, that is. Woo!
2, 3,
We all had that moment of-
6 points of damage.
You know what? That's the end of him. Huzzah! He falls dead. The last one falls, yeah, guys. So you guys now got 6 dead orcs, a dead cow, very recently butchered, a treasure chest, and a door leading out.
Companions.
Some
We must talk about what just happened.
We
When
got
I
attacked
was-
by orcs.
Well, yes, when I was waylaid by those orcs, I woke up in a strange room. These very
You too?
thin tentacles were attached to me. And
Yeah,
a
me-
lady in white.
me too.
The lady in white basically say you woke up through the sleep. She then
Foul-
stabbed
foul
me with a
magic
poison
afoot
needle,
here.
and I went back to sleep and came back here.
No. Dread Cthulhu lies dreaming. It would just be natural that as you're being healed, it would kind of have a sleep motif to it. It's perfectly natural.
Cthulhu has tentacles because there were tentacles coming out of my head.
That's
Yes,
it. That's yeah.
on my temples. Yes.
That's how Cthulhu do.
Then how do you explain the woman in white?
She didn't have
You know.
tentacles.
a follower of Cthulhu.
And
Yeah,
said
servant.
something about that I was a part of a sleep study, and that there were other cots just like it. I really couldn't see the other rooms. I was still very groggy. And after she stabbed me with this poison needle, I fell in a slumber and came back to life here.
Think about how crazy that sounds.
Yes, but Bodrick, you said the exact
But
same thing
we
happened
shared
to you.
the experience. Bodrick's like checking his arm for puncture wounds for any sort of dart
Yeah,
or
do
needle.
I feel? Yeah, I mean, it was, and I was not in my, and I was not in my clothing.
You check yourself for puncture wounds. Other than the ones you got in this fight, you did not see like where you were sort of recall from that vague, sort of almost like dreamlike thing you had. You did not see a wound where you were stuck just in the the crook of your elbow. You do not see a wound there.
Dirty Dan, he's looking over, he's inspecting these two for head injuries.
I mean, they got injuries, but no.
I am injured. I am like at one point injured, and maybe it's just that I'm already sort of kind of bleeding out. But it's
So what is
maybe it's a little delirium talking, but I'm pretty lucid what I saw.
Yeah, the heat of
It's
battle
actually
followed
confirmed
by
by
a head injury. It makes sense. What is everyone's wound state at the moment? Goth is going to look around and see who's holding their guts in. All right, Dougal.
I have 1 point out of 12.
All right, so it's a 15. What alignment are you?
I am chaotic.
Everybody's chaotic. So 1 die. 1 hit
One
die.
die,
back.
1d6.
Yeah, whatever your hit dice are.
Oh, yeah, 1d6. 5. Thank you. Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
You bet. Glorandal, do you need more?
Oh yes, indeed.
You need some love from the fish father? That's not going to work. 13. What alignment are you?
Chaotic.
Oh, that's 1 die.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Dirty
struggling
Dan,
with
you
that
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just 1 HP off. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm going to go check the chest while the guys are talking about the afterlife. I'm going to go head over to the chest. It's like, that's pretty cool, guys. That's interesting. And I'm like, yeah, that's... and while Goth is like discussing, the powers of Cthulhu, I'm just going to size up the chest and the lock.
Okay, you got it. So, there's definitely a big old lock there on the front of it. Big chest, and you can visually see a lock. It's right there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check for traps and.
All right, give me a trap check.
Okay. 16.
16. It is not trapped, but this is a pretty good lock.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the lock. Snap! I got a 1 on that.
Okay, you got a 1 on the lockpick check. You are going to one of your lockpicks just breaks, and until you can get a new set of tools or get these fixed, you're looking at a -1 on lockpick checks for a while. But you can go for a second attempt though, or you can try to smash it or do something else.
I'm gonna try again, and with the -1.
You're -1 this time.
Yeah. 17 -1, 16. Pick luck 3s. 19 total.
Outstanding. Yeah. You absolutely get that thing open, no problem. So, So, are you gonna go ahead and open it?
Yeah, I've had terrible luck throughout this. Well, I stopped now, so let's open this up.
All right, you open it up. Nothing happens, but there is some treasure inside there. You guys see there is 60 silver pieces, and you find 15 gold pieces. And also inside there, you guys find 3 pieces of jewelry that, part of their treasure hoard.
Dirty Dan's nose starts reacting to this. He's like, oh, treasure. Turns around. He's like, oh, these people are fine. It's just some battle trauma. Walks over to Dougal, and he just wants to inspect this jewelry, see what it is, see if he recognizes.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a wheelhouse check. D20, and add your intelligence modifier and your character level.
3.
Yeah, this is human stuff. You're not even sure if it's good or not. You know what I mean? There's a few pieces, and it's we don't know. So you do not know how much it's worth, other than it is jewelry.
I take the items out of the chest and I just tap the inside, looking for any type of secret compartments or anything like that on the chest.
Yes, there is a false bottom on this chest that you instantly detect.
Okay, so I try to see how I can get access.
Yeah, you can see it there's a little tiny like a through a gap in the side of it that you can kind of like loop a tool in there and sort of open it up with.
Yeah, so I do that. I try to wedge it with my dagger and try to pop it out.
All right, you do that, and you see that on the bottom of this chest there are strange runes that have been painted there in the bottom of it.
Oh, so I go, Gloriando, do you want to check this out?
Certainly. I still think we need at some point to discuss this lady in white, if she is somehow maybe somewhat behind this dungeon or something. But all right, so I inspect what he showed me. Am I intelligence? I got.
You don't have to make a roll. These are runes in the Elvish script that you've learned your whole life. The runes say you have to wake up.
See, I am not crazy. This says we have to wake up.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that. Come on.
Yes. We have adventured together for quite a while now. I know you, you know me.
2 weeks.
Dirty Dan looks over at this and looks around like, anyone else got anything?
Yes, slap me in the face. Do something. pinch me. Do something.
I'll slap him in the face.
All right.
You give him one across the chops.
All right, I'm waking up. I'm declaring I'm waking up.
Okay, so here it goes. Go ahead and hold on. I need you to make me a personality check, and I will let you take a +1 on that for being slapped in the face, an additional +1 because the slapper is blessed.
Look, I'm even crouching down for him because he's a halfling, so I got a 12.
All right, you got a 12 total?
Yeah.
Okay, so on a 12, hold on. 12. Okay, let me ask. You're trying to wake up. Are you willing to spend a luck point?
Yeah. Am I willing? Yes, I am willing to spend a luck point.
Okay. So you kind of snap awake, okay, after being slapped there. And you hear there are two people, they're clearly having an argument, but they're trying to do it quietly, like somewhere. One of them sounds like the woman that that spoke to you earlier. You feel very, very, very groggy at this point. Again, you look over at your night table. What did
I got a 1 before. I know there was like a cell phone on there, and
yeah, there's a cell phone. There is a puzzle book and pen. There's a backpack. There's a couple of textbooks, and a phone charger. That is what you see.
Okay, but right now there's nobody there's nobody like viewing me. The lady in white is not there.
No, you hear some people over there that are like clearly having an argument. And like I said, but they're trying to do it quietly. But they're just sort of like quietly yelling at each other as if not to wake the sleepers.
Okay. I don't have my long sword. I don't have my long bow. You say I'm in a t-shirt.
Yeah, you're in a tank top, and you look down. You've got like pajama bottoms on, like Yoda's.
What is this? There's an explorer's pack on there. I throw everything in the explorer's pack. One swipe. Put it on, sling it across my shoulder, and I still have these thin tentacles on me, I assume?
Yeah, as you stand up, they're all attached to these little machine things that are around you. As you stand up, they kind of like rip off. They got pieces of tape on them. Yeah. So you lose a little bit of chest hair with them.
Good. Ow. Oh. is horrible.
Yeah. Give me
All
a
right, so I am going
agility
to
check.
make a what check?
Agility check.
Okay, Julie, I got a 14.
All right, so you quietly get up, get these things off of there. What are you going to do?
I am going to try to search for my friends. I saw that there are other beds, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
All right, so,
basically trying to go away. I'm trying to do this away from, like, I could tell from where the argument is happening. So I'm going to try to go into the opposite direction away from them.
All right, so you're going to go towards it, like, in other words, go out and towards the wall rather than go out towards that door there. All right,
Sure.
yeah, you go there, and there are again 2 curtains. Like there are a total of 6 like curtained off spaces. So when you go to the end there's one like to your right and one to your left. You walk up there, you're barefoot, and you are just like I said, you've got your bag there full of stuff, but you're just so groggy. You look left and right, and there's a curtain to your left and a curtain to your right. Which one do you want to go through?
Let's go to the curtain to the right.
All right, you pass through that curtain, and here is what you see. Will, go ahead and roll me a die 6, please.
4.
Perfect. Okay, so in there, you see there's a woman laying in there. She's asleep. She's got on, pajamas, t-shirt on and pajama bottoms and such. She also has those things attached to her, and you can see in a little pile over by where she is, there's a couple of sketchbooks, art pencils there. There's a little micro cassette recorder, a camera, like an old 35 millimeter style camera, and just laying there, just snoring.
She is under the same foul sorcery that I was. I'm going to pull these tentacles off of her.
Okay, you start doing that. When you do that, somebody starts making a noise, and the 2 arguing voices come back over there, and they're like, oh, and she's like, you can see the woman, okay, is looking, she actually looks a little terrified, and she's like, it's okay, and she's like, come on back, and she's actually guiding you sort of like back over to where you were.
Is this the lady in white?
Yeah, but the other one is looking over at you sternly, and you can see that he has got one of his hands like in the pocket of one of his lab coat, and it's like he's like sort of pointing with his pocket, like he's literally pointing his pocket over where you are, and he says, "Get that subject back in their berth. I am not going to let you ruin this."
How big is the camera? That you
It's a
say
35 millimeter SLR, like a camera size. It's a old timey 70s style.
All right, I am going. Look, I mean, this guy is, he is apparently, the lady in white apparently is working for him. So I need to take him out. I'm going to try to grab the camera and I am going to throw it at him.
All right.
Putting myself between, myself and this woman in the bed who is snoring. Hopefully.
I got you. So you are, you're definitely groggy. So go ahead and give me a D16 check and add your agility modifier to that camera.
Okay. That's 6. I got a 10.
Okay, yeah, you kind of throw it and you're like, "Ugh, ka-ding. You don't do the camera any favors, but you don't connect with the guy. The 2 of them rush over to you and are, give me a strength check, but D16 and add your strength modifier.
No, I got a 9.
Yeah. So she winds up pinning your arms, and he once again injects you and such. And you find yourself, you have that weird fugue moment, and then suddenly you are back there in the dungeon with your friends, and like for a moment, the rest of you, Bodrick slapped Glorandil. Glorandil's like, I gotta wake up. And like for a moment, like he kind of like y'all saw Glorandil the elf kind of like fade backwards and stagger back, but now they are back with you. Their eyes are focused. You feel very confused, and like you're not sure. You really are not sure if this is the dream or if that's the dream or what's going on here.
All right, so I'm back. Yeah, I was there again. What happened to me? What happened to me when you slapped me, Baldric? Afterwards,
You were gone You were out for seconds, I guess.
Look, after you slapped me, I found myself in the same exact room with the tentacles attached to me. I was able to pull them off. I heard arguing. I went away from the argument. And I found another woman just in the same predicament that I was. I went to rescue her. As I was rescuing this woman, the lady in white came, but there was another man, angry, also in white, saying, put him back to sleep. I reached for this strange object. I went to try to toss it at him. That's the last thing I remember. Next thing you know, I'm being dragged off again and found myself here.
You didn't leave. You stayed here.
Look, Goth, I'm going to try to convince you this. Baldric, can you do the exact same slap you did to me to wake him up? He can see
Glorando,
Whoa.
but I have an idea. Was there another room to the door? Another door to the room?
Yeah, there's a door that's leading out into the on the opposite wall of the one that you guys came through.
If this is a dream that we're all sharing, I say that the other side of that door could lead us out of the dream.
That's a possibility. If we do not, all right, fine. But if we go through that door and we wake up, or if we don't wake up, I mean, if we are still in this dungeon, then Goth, will you try what happened to me? My theory, it worked. I was there. The lady in white was
You've
there.
taken damage to your head, and then you had someone slap you in the head.
I will punch the halfling though if we have to.
Here to volunteer.
Dan is
That's
fun.
a pal right there. That's a pal.
Dan's always trusted his friend Glorandel here, so he's believing this theory, and he's willing to, he turns to Glorandel. He's like, if you need a test subject, I'll be the first to volunteer.
Thank you, Dirty Dan. I appreciate it.
All
right, let's go through the door. Let's all maybe say to ourselves, we're all waking up.
You doubters can stay back. We believe, and I think if we open the door believing what we're going to see on the other side, so I would suggest Glorandel and myself go to the door and Dan follows us. I will volunteer to open the door, and you will see, when the light spills out into this room, you will see that we are not delirious.
Check for orcs first, is all I'm saying.
Podrick's just going to go striding up to, he's going to holster his weapons, striding up to the door, crack it open, to pull or push.
All right, we're all waking up.
It is a push door.
And he shoves it back.
Okay, you got it. So you push this door open. Here's what you were looking at. This is like a 60-foot long dungeon hallway with like a couple of stairs going down. There are torch sconces every couple of feet. There's a door at the end there, but this door has got this great big archway, and at the top, like the whole archway is ringed with like skulls, and some of the skulls have like bat wings coming off of them. And from the other side of that, you hear this eerie kind of a moaning sound. Oh, coming from somewhere on the far side.
See, death magic, guys.
That is not what I saw.
I expected.
That was not what I saw.
That's what I saw. Okay.
You guys just need a rest. You need something to drink. Some time in the tavern. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
You guys been dropped. It's cool.
Yeah.
Dirty Dan is willing to try.
Dirty Dan's always been a bit of a believer of the irregular, and so he walks up and he says, take a shot.
Podrick, your slap ring true with me. Can your slap ring true with Dirty Dan?
Slapped an elf, now I'm going to slap a dwarf. It's not every day I get this.
You know what that is? A full day for a halfling.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and and Dan, let me make sure that we're completely clear. You are willing yourself, as he said, to try to wake up. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Can we come back? We're going to close this door, though. While these guys are slapping each other, we're going to close this door. There's skulls up there, right? There's
And that moaning wasn't good.
No.
Yeah.
You guys can continue to slap yourselves, but
I got you.
this goes for
So,
decoration in the other room.
So go ahead and you can make me. So Dirty Dan, go ahead and make me a personality check, and I'm gonna get you a +2 for the blessed halfling slap bonus.
17.
Get out for real. Yeah, man. So you absolutely wake up, and you find yourself in this area as well. Okay, so at this point, like you wake up. You look down and roll me a dice, please.
3.
Okay, so here's what you see. So you are definitely in this cot in a sort of like curtained off area. There are definitely these things that are attached to you, like in a couple of different places. You hear shouting coming from out in the hallway, and the like sort of beyond the curtain, that's like beyond where you are and such. There's a man shouting, and this woman is kind of like whimpering, and you looking around. Okay, there's a little night table by you. There's a chair over there, and piled over the chair is a great big duffel bag over there with like a lacrosse stick sticking out of it. And almost like wrapped around the edge of the lacrosse stick is like a lacrosse helmet sitting on the top there. There's also a cell phone sitting on a table, and there are 2 cans of Red Bull that are just like sitting there.
Is there like this dart that I've heard about with this poison dart?
You do not see a poison dart, but you do hear someone beyond that curtain that is shouting. And this time you hear them say, "You do not understand. Sleep, dreams. These are the keys to finding the other world. I have had such a vision. I have seen things. I have dreamt to the deepest part of the mind, and I have seen the true reality there. And today, I offer these 5 to Lord Morpheus himself. And that will give me the chance I need to go to the other side. And I am not going to." Now you hear a click, click, which is a very ominous click, click sound. You hear, "I am not going to let some graduate student ruin eternity." And that is what you hear from the other side.
Okay. So, to Dan's surprise, he is neither short nor bearded. So
no, you're tall, kind of buff. You know what I mean? And like, you're definitely wearing like, clean shaven. You're kind of in PJs, and you've got like Ohio. You got like a Colts tank top on.
So Dan is going to take this stick out of the duffel bag, and he's going to sneak around the corner. I want to try and knock out this dude that was talking about all this sleep stuff.
So here's the deal, okay? You are super groggy, okay? So you can go for that attack. It's a D16 though instead, but you can you got a 21 on this check, so you can use your deed die.
Got it.
I'm going for a knockout shot.
10 with a 1 on the deed.
Okay, so that's actually going to hit, but not do deed die damage. Like you don't get a deed.
Yeah.
So you kind of whack him across the back as well as you can. You had to push through that curtain. So the guy you see, there's a man standing over a woman. The man has got this trench coat, like a lab coat on. When he looks over to you, he has you see that he has these like skin tags all over like his cheeks and all over his head there, and you just whack him across it. So go ahead and roll me a D4 and your deed die, and leave it at that.
3.
Yeah. Oh. So you kind of hit him across the back, and he turns around at you, and like he is holding a revolver. He points it at you, and like all of a sudden, he holds it to your face, and he is like, "Get back in your bed, or I will commit the sacrifice right now and kill you." You! And he pointing at the ground. You see that Asian woman. She's terrified. She is like, to you, get the tray, give him the injection. 10 full milligrams. But Dr. 10! Do it now! Get back in your bed. And now he's kind of like covering you with this thing and
Okay.
approaching you with this.
Could I
Oh, good.
could I try and grab onto his hand and turn this thing towards him?
Try to grab it and and try to grab it. Yeah, you can go for it. You can give me a D16 check. Add your D die. This is actually a strength roll though. So just D16 plus your strength check plus your D die, and see how you do. You gotta be at 17 though.
That's 10 total, but I'm willing to spend the luck I need to get to that number.
Yeah. If you want to spend, you gotta spend 7 points of luck. But if you're willing to do
Worth
that,
it.
I'll say that. Yeah, you can actually take this to you add it to your D die, just take it away from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I spent the luck.
All right. So he puts his hands up, okay, and he's like, all right, listen to me. You have to understand here, okay? What I'm offering you is immortality. I'm talking about real magic. Now I know you think that this is real here, right? And you think that where you were before that was the dream, right? No. Lord Morpheus has showed me the vision. They're both real. Both worlds are real. You exist in both worlds, and I can send you back there, and you can be a hero. A hero, that's right. Just hand me the gun, and everything's going to be okay. The woman crawls past you, crawling past and falls past the two of you, and was making her way up there to the front. In the dungeon, the rest of you guys see that that slap. I mean, Dirty Dan. You remember being hit with battering rams before and crossbow bolts and whatever. That halfling slap has made him swoon, and now he's kind of fallen down to his knees and looks like he's dreamified there. And for a moment, you kind of feel like you're hearing voices from some other realm. He says, "Do you understand? I can send you back there. That's not a dream. That's not the end. It's the beginning. And it's the beginning for me too. But I can't do it without you. Do you understand? I have to go there."
Can I?
Hand me the gun.
Can Goth heal Dirty Dan back to lucidity?
Yeah, you sure can.
Broderick, you've got to stop killing everything. These are your companions now.
He's not dying. He's just somewhere else.
You slapped him to death.
The halfling. In defense of Goth's theory, the halfling has been murdering fools today. Let's just throw it out there.
Halfling's got some hands on him, man. It's crazy.
Go ahead and give me that healing check.
I failed, so another point of disapproval.
Okay. Yeah, and for a moment, you look.
He might have escaped. He might have escaped that master. I mean, that is what I think Dirty Dan did. I got caught. I came back here.
Yeah. Dan, you feel his hands on you for a moment, and you look down, and it's the woman crawling past you. She kind of grabs onto your, shoves, past your leg, kind of grabs onto your calf as she's making her way down the hallway. She is so terrified. She's like, "I am so sorry. I don't know what to do. Oh my God, I'm so sorry." So what are you going to do? Again, you are grogged out. What are you going to do?
Can I search my knowledge on how to use this weapon that I've taken from him?
Yeah, give me a luck check. D20 roll low. And don't forget, you just spent 7. So.
That is an 11.
Okay, so after that 7-point luck expenditure, what is your luck at currently?
3.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you have never. This is actually the first time you have ever held a firearm, and you've seen it in movies and TV, but who knows? It's a big old revolver.
Could I try and just? I don't know how to use this, so I just want to try and knock him out with the butt of the handle.
Sure. You step up and try to hit him with it. Go for it.
D16 still?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do I add my strength to that?
Yeah.
8 total.
Yeah, that's going to miss. He comes out of his other pocket, and he has got, maybe this is that dart they were telling you about. Kadoosh! Yeah, he gets an 18. So suddenly you feel this just moment of like complete peace come over you, and suddenly Dirty Dan the dwarf sort of like wakes back up in that room where Goth Darkson and Bodrick are like kind of like arguing over your fate and such. But you kind of like come to for a moment, and yeah, you feel this like sort of like again confusion, kind of fugue state there. But you definitely saw something.
So, am I back in the dwarf body, or am I like in
Yeah,
and
you're
out?
back. Yeah, you are back in that dwarf body. Absolutely.
So he just looks up at them and he says, "We have to do something. There's this sorcerer of some sort. He stuck me with the dart, and he had this metal object that he threatened me with."
No, because you also got killed and brought back by the power of Cthulhu. If Dougal does this, Dougal did not get raised in the combat. The rest of you have suffered.
Bodrick's going to slap Dougal then. Right. He's
Hold on, man. Hold on.
I've heard your stories, and you have told me tales of this far place called Carcosa in the past, over ales and such. But I don't think this is anything like that. Perhaps you should try to wake up the way that Dirty Dan did, so you can see if this is anything to do with the Great Old One.
No, because I know that I don't want to be in the immediate presence of a Great Old One.
There was nothing.
Besides, if my theory is correct and we're just slapping each other to death, who is going to bring me back?
I've heard of this mystical 2020 place, and I hear it's not that good.
Right. I am not going back.
I think Dougal would be the perfect test subject. I mean,
Oh God.
Slap Dougal to death, and then if he comes back with the same story, then I'll be a little more inclined to believe it.
Oh my God. Oh, all right. Well, Dirty Dan saved me a couple of times, so I owe it to him to. And also, Broderick, you cleaned some clocks, so all right, take it.
All right.
So
You are going to try to force yourself awake. So go ahead and give me a personality check, and you can take the halfling slap bonus at +2. You got 10 minutes in that thing. I figure, this is, we're making the most of it here.
could I say one thing to Dougal before he goes?
Sure.
So I want to say to him, beware the man. Don't let down your guard.
Yeah, I thought that the lady in white was the threat. It seems to be this man. The way you described him sounds like the one who I had encountered.
All right. Okay. Take it easy, not the face.
Got to be the face to get that head trauma.
So I just rolled a natural.
Now, Dougal, just to let you know, when you wake up, when you wake up on the other side, there will be no weapons or anything with you, anything of yours. There might be some things in the room with you. Use whatever you can to your advantage while you still have your wits about you.
All right. Okay. If I don't come back, I guess it's goodbye.
All right, Dougal. What?
I rolled 20 on my personality.
+2.
No, a nat 20.
Okay, so here's what happens. On a natural 20. All right, we're into some special rules here. So, so you kind of pop away. Please roll me that D6, my friend.
3.
All right. Okay, so here is what happens, okay? So, you pop awake, okay? You were having the most incredible dream. It was amazing. And you ever have a dream where you wake up and the sense of disappointment you feel that what was going on before was not your reality is just throwing you off so much that everything is just feels like, oh, you feel this incredibly deep sense of disappointment. Okay, so you look over at the table by what's so this. So you're in this curtained area. You're on this cool thing. Yeah, you're wearing a tank top with some kind of weird demon skull on it, and PJ bottoms. You're barefoot. You have these things that are stuck to you in various places, and as you look over there, there is a kind of a messenger bag sitting over there by you. And on the table next to you is a copy of the Dungeon Crawl Classics role-playing game softcover. Tattered, indexed all the way through.
So I can murder someone with that book, right?
Oh my God, you kidding me? That's
Meta.
the only way to get a. That's the only way to get a writing job. Is just.
Clip that, guys. Clip that.
Okay. So am I like a dude? Like, are my hands familiar? Like am I physically like the same guy?
I mean, you don't look at all like you're not like lithe and beefy like you were a minute ago. You look much more like a college kid who really likes role-playing games. And I'll let that be whatever that is in your head. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay. All right.
But yeah, so you look over there.
Minus one strength, everybody.
Yeah. So there's there's a cell phone sitting there on the side, and there is a stack of like I said, there's a messenger bag there, and sitting there on the table is a copy of the Dungeon Crawl Classics 4 book.
Okay, am I of a sound mind? Like, do I know what a cell phone is at this point?
You have this round. You feel very confused. You feel like, you know what it feels like? This feels like you have woken up and you're dreaming. You are having this very dark, sad dream in a world where there is no. You got natural 20, right? You woke up in a dark, sad world where there is no magic, and you just feel like you've been cut off from the real world and imprisoned someplace.
All right, so I'm going to search the messenger bag for a dagger.
Okay, you go into the messenger bag, and here is what is.
And I'm being very quiet, by the way. I'm moving silently, like I'm in.
Still give me a D16 agility check. Also, at this point too, I want to point out that you hear police sirens from someplace. There's like somewhere off in the distance, and there's like some chaos and yelling and things. You do not see anybody in here with you though. You look up and you heard a woman in white and you heard of a man, but you don't see either of them here. But you go ahead and you look in that thing. There is a pouch full of something. There are a couple of notebooks. There is a copy of Wuthering Heights and a copy of Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, okay. That's a small book.
A liberal arts major.
Yeah. It's a small book. Okay. Is there anything I can use there as a weapon, like a garrote or garrote? I don't know how you pronounce it. Is there anything?
There's that pouch.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the strap off the messenger bag. And I'm gonna wrap my hands around it. My plan is to choke someone out. That's the plan.
Gotcha.
And also, I can hear. I guess where these guys described as the sorcerer, the dude and the lady.
Yeah. Actually, you don't hear anybody yelling out there, but what you hear like police sirens around there.
Yeah.
And you hear
Do I know what police sirens are at this point, or am I just like, that's a weird sound?
Mostly, like you had to say, you realize it's a danger symbol, but you don't. Like I said, at least this first. Well, you've been awake for a round. You are starting to come back to all of this, and again, it's unfolding like a dream. But you definitely feel like this is something dangerous going on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm going to move away from where I believe the sorcerer guy is, and trying to get to one of my buddies. So if I can get to if I can go underneath like a curtain, but to get to wherever.
Yeah, you can slip right under the curtain you can slip into the curtain, go through the stall and slip into the curtain just next to you if you want to.
Yeah. So and I just check. I look for I'm trying to see. Can I see any feet or any shoes anywhere just to identify anyone around me that's standing up? Right.
You know what? Yeah. You look under the curtain and you see the one next to you is definitely. Yeah, you see a pair of red Converse All Stars that you like. Oh yeah, that's one of my pals. Again, you're not sure of the names or everything, but like, there's definitely somebody there who's like like somebody you recognize
is in the one next to me. Yeah, but I want to see if I can identify where that man and woman are, or where they're standing. Like, can I see the entire floor of this this research?
Yeah. When you stand up, okay, you can see that there's a door over there. Okay. You can see that there's a TV set on that is playing something. But you don't see. It doesn't seem like there doesn't seem to be anyone in the room with you other than the sleepers. But you do hear, again, you hear shouting coming from outside someplace and police sirens.
Okay. All right. So I immediately try to wake up the person next to me.
Okay. Yeah. So you go to the one directly next to you, and yeah, sure enough, that is like the the woman with the art sketchbooks and the pencils and things. You're gonna go wake him up.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, Goth, you feel something reaching out to you from the other world. You feel like yourself being summoned to something on the other side of things. Okay, you want to resist that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, give me a willpower save. D20 and add your willpower on top of that.
9.
9. Yeah. You know what? You wake up, and the first thing you feel upon waking into this new life is that the power that runs through you that Cthulhu gives you is just not there. You don't feel it at all, and like you feel this connection. You have been. You feel like you've been like stolen, and you're being shaken awake by a somebody in pajamas. You have all of these things that are attached to you, these little wires, pieces of tape, and whatnot. You look over and like. There's a pile of, like I said, there's notebooks there and pencils and things. You vaguely, this first round you vaguely remember them, but it seems very,
They'd said something about people attacking and whatnot. So I'm gonna grab an art pencil and stab this person that's trying.
I'm like, I'm Dougal.
Dougal.
Do you still go for the stab?
Well, if he shouts it out fast enough, then.
And I say quietly,
I'm
Dougal.
Yeah. You get the number 2 charcoal over there and get ready.
And I do like a thieves' cant thing, I try to.
All right. Yeah, the two of you guys are here and are awake, and you don't see anybody else in here. But again, you do hear police sirens that are outside.
We gotta wake up the others. This is crazy, Tim.
I don't like this. Where's Cthulhu?
So while Goth is trying to figure herself out, I'm going to go to the next one and try to wake up another person.
Yeah, so if you guys want, like I said, there's no one here to stop you. So if you want, you can spend a minute and wake everybody up.
Absolutely.
Everybody wakes up groggy and feeling weird, but like, again, with this weird attachment to this other world that, like I said, depending on how your individual feels about that, like either it's either you're waking from a dream or you're in a dream, you know what I mean? It's sort of like it's very subjective at this point to your individual perception. But now
I'm looking to put shoes on my feet and find anything that can be used as a weapon.
All right, you walk up to the front there, okay? There is, there's up front there is a TV that is sitting on like a steel chair, like a steel school chair. The TV is playing some kind of anime, very, very quietly with like subtitles. And next to it is another chair, and on that one there is a stack of comic books and a woman's handbag. And now you hear someone from the other room. There's a door there. From the other side of the door, y'all hear someone shouting, and says, "If any of you take a step closer, I will kill every hostage. Do not approach this building." And you hear like a tuk, and this is like before Dan, you're awake now. You heard like the cocking of a weapon, but this seems like a much more heavier click that you have heard than you heard last time.
I wanna pick up the lacrosse stick.
All right, you get the lacrosse stick back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have got your lacrosse stick.
And put on the helmet for a little protection.
Why the heck not? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You unhook the helmet from the duffel bag and put that on top of your head.
I got to go to Catcher in the Rye in the DCC manual, man. Come on.
Hey,
Is there a dart around? Is there a dart, like a bunch of needles? Or you mentioned there was darts.
There was that tray. They had that rolling cart that had all the tray with all of those on there. You do not see it in the room here with you at this point.
Oh. I take that chair. Is that chair like a middle chair, but a light chair? I take anything I can throw.
You take it, yeah. Your arms feel like lead, but you're able to pick this chair up and kind of hold it in front of you. So you have that chair. Is anybody else going to grab anything before you guys do something, or what are we doing?
Did you say there's some like small soda cans with like blue and silver labels kicking around that might look familiar to me? Yeah. I'm gonna neck one of those.
All right. Okay, so you take one of those. Yeah, man. You know what? That seems to cut the fog pretty good. And
nice.
you start you feel that grogginess kind of like sort of like leaving the building as you kind of wake up a little bit. And however, you also feel more distant to your other side self.
Okay, but I'm now looking around as well to try and find an improvised weapon. I'll take a chair or,
Let's see. I'm looking at all of this stuff. There's a smashed camera. You bang somebody upside the head with that. There is. Let's see. So man, we only have 5 guys. So like, you know what you could grab? There's that little Dawes on the table there. You could give somebody do a D3, but you could, bang somebody over the head with it. It'll work at least once until it cracks.
Mm-hmm. I'll take that.
So Goth is having just an existential crisis. None of this looks familiar. None of it feels familiar. He's been cut off from his god. This is just like the worst thing that's ever happened.
I think you're a female as well.
Well, yeah, that comes as a shock as well.
That doesn't feel any different, but being separated from Cthulhu feels strange. But you know what? You look back down there at your bed, and like it's just calling to you. You're so tired and so groggy. You think if you were to lay back down, you could just like go right back into that wonderful, amazing dream that you found yourself in.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, so you while everybody else is gearing up, you go over there and suddenly you pop awake, okay, and you are back there in that room, dead orcs, dead cow, open treasure chest, open lock. And you see your friends are all there kind of like nodding off, like leaning against the walls or sitting on the floor. All 4 of them, all of them asleep.
They made their choice. I'm going to collect all the, I'm going to collect the treasure and just leave.
All right, cool. So you collect the treasure and you just head out of there. And you feel, once again, that connection to Cthulhu.
I feel whole.
Back where you were. All right, so you get all that together. We'll see what happens. All right, cool. So the rest of the other 4 of you guys, everyone has grabbed something. What do y'all do?
Dan is missing out on his flask of alcohol, so he's gonna take a swig from this weird can.
Yeah, you pop that can, swig that. Yeah, again, it kind of cuts the fog. You don't feel groggy anymore, but at the same time, you feel you don't feel connected to that side of you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't feel, that the connection to the other world, like the other guys still are for the time being. All right, so this being done, that is both cans. What do y'all do?
Let's storm out of here. So we hear the guy threatening to shoot a hostage. Is that right?
That is what y'all heard.
And there's one door out of here. Is that correct? There's one entrance and one exit.
Yeah, there's only one door out of here. It's next to those 2 chairs that are set up there. The one with the little TV monitor on it. The other one with the handbag. And that is what you see.
So I'm going to try to stealthily open the door and try to see if there's anyone in front of me, and then do a back stab or attack with The chairs were slamming.
Go ahead and make me a D16 check, but you can go ahead and add your you can go ahead and add your you can go ahead and add your
Sneak
sneak
silently.
silently check. Yeah.
Ooh, 20 total.
Yeah. So you silently open up that door. Okay. So you are looking at a receptionist office. Okay. So as you step back here, you are behind the receptionist desk. Okay. Sitting there like weeping on the floor is the woman in white who is sitting there just like crushing herself and looking terrified. Standing there and like looking over the top of it is the guy in the coat. Okay, you see him from behind there, all right. But like as you see him now, okay, like he has got a rifle in his hands. He has got some kind of, in fact, what you would term to be an assault weapon that he is standing there and is like. And outside of this, okay, you can see where there are all these flashing red and blue lights. So beyond the reception desk, you can see that there are a couple of like the big picture window walls, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, glassed in all the way across over there. And from down there, you feel like you can see there are lights outside, there are people, you hear someone with a megaphone shouting inside, and you see this guy from the inside is like yelling at them all, oh no, yeah, no, yeah, get out of here. I'm going to flip over for a minute here. Goth, as you collect all your stuff and start making your way out of the dungeon, you really feel like the, you know, you feel like the urge to pray and to connect with the larger things.
Okay. Yeah, well, especially with my disapproval rating as high as it is, so it's time to cleanse myself and bathe in the tentacly goodness. Okay.
Okay. So here is what you hear. So like, what do you're just gonna spend some time in prayer?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and. All right. So you reach out and such, and suddenly it's like you find yourself there at the base of Relay. You know what I'm saying? There at Cthulhu's submerged city there and such. And even though you're standing under the water, you can still feel like you can still breathe and you can still see and you can still move. And there in front of you on his great throne, there is the most beautiful sight you've ever seen. Great Cthulhu hovering there ahead of you, looking down upon you there and such. And you feel a question in your mind. You feel this one saying to you, you could bring me to a new world. You could align the stars that would return me to the other half of your life. We could
live to serve.
Yes, it would mean giving up where we are here, but we could wake up and find ourselves in the other world. Would you do this? Give up one life?
If you're with me, I would never be alone.
You shall be at my side forever. In sunken relay where you shall live for eternity. All right. He says, pray, call for my power. So if you want to, you can try to make a what do you call it, check? A divine aid check.
Oh, I don't think I've ever done one of those.
D20, add your mod there. It does bump you 10 points of disapproval just for trying. However, in this case, you only pick up 5.
I got a 10.
All right. Yeah, you want to burn a couple luck points?
I do. I'm profoundly unlucky as it is. How could it get possibly any worse?
You need 2 is the minimum.
I will burn 4.
Okay, so you got a 14. So for a 14, roll your spells randomly. Pick one spell randomly.
5. That's going to be blessing.
Blessing. Okay. So you wake up. Okay, you are once again in that other world and such. You're sort of behind everybody else. You won't catch up to them for a round, but at least for the time being, you can cast bless. Like in this world, you can cast this spell, and you can also still lay on hands, at least for the time being.
Excellent.
All right, we'll come back to you. So you
Okay.
guys are all standing out there. Dougal has just opened up the door there. Is standing there with a chair. No one notices you. You made a great move silently check. The four of you are there. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna attack that guy. If I can do a sneak attack or a backstab.
Yeah.
I'll do that,
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Roll me a d16, and it'll be a sneak attack.
$16. Natural 16.
Ooh, yeah, that's a crit. So go ahead and give me your damage. That'd be a die 4 plus your strength mod.
3.
Okay, you got a 3 on that. No problem. All right. So here is what happened. With a 3, he is still up. You can go ahead and it's also a crit now since you critted on a since you're only rolling. Go ahead and make a crit check.
How do I do that? What do I have to do there?
So check out on your character sheet. It'll have your crit die and your crit table on there.
Next to your
I'm
weapon.
sorry. Yeah, I got you. Oh, I rolled a 2 on that. And
2.
and
Plus 1d6 damage, and you kind of wreck his ear. You sort of hit him upside the head, and like his ear is kind of like ripped.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, man. Kaboosh! You lay him out, and that woman runs over and grabs on you. She's like, "Oh my God, are you guys okay?" She throws her hands up. Stop! We're okay. And two policemen storm into the room and run over there and like grab the guy on the ground and start putting cuffs on him. And another one is like, "Are you kids all right? Look at me. God,
Yes.
What kind of drugs did he have you on?" All right, he goes, "All right, just everyone just
No, we were stabbed with poison needles.
Yeah, and the woman starts blabbing. He was using some kind of medicine. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't the standard stuff. He brought it out of his own little bag. I think he made it himself, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone." So at this point, Goth, and it is Goth at this point. Goth Darkson. She steps out from behind there and such, and you see everybody there in front of you and such. You see his police officers. You see the man on the ground bleeding from his ear, laying there. You hear the woman in white talking to everybody, and you see your 4 friends. One's got a chair, one's got the stick. Y'all see Goth appear. What do y'all do?
Raised, cultist-faced Goth. True believer Goth.
I'm eyeing the assault rifle on the ground. I assume I know that's a weapon.
Oh yeah, you know what you didn't. Okay, so yeah, you are still kind of in between, but yeah, you recognize it as a weapon. You don't know that you know how to use it, but
yeah.
Do we feel that the situation has been the risk, I guess, has been lowered at this point? Do I feel that way?
Yeah, I mean the police have got the guy. You smashed it. The doctor has got his head smashed. It seems like there doesn't seem to be any imminent danger going on this minute. And to y'all just see your friend. She wanders over. Maybe you know her, maybe you don't know her, but like you vaguely recognize seeing that face from a dream somewhere. Standing there in black PJs.
Little skulls.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go out into the world.
Absolutely. So so actually they load you guys into cars and take you guys like down to the station. The whole campus is woken up at this point now. Everybody is sort of like watching and like looking over. You look through, you see some familiar faces. As you guys get driven down, they drive you guys downtown, and now you find yourself, all of you, in like an interrogation room. They bring coffee and food for all of y'all. and they just have 1,000 questions. You know what I mean? They're asking, asking about the sleep study and about what happened. Did you actually see the doctor threaten anybody? That kind of stuff. All right, Glorindale, Dougal, do you guys have food and coffee?
Yeah, absolutely. If they're giving us coffee, I'll definitely drink some.
Dougal?
Do I recall anything prior to going to sleep? Like, do I recall anything in my previous life here, or is it kind of?
Yeah, I mean it's hazy, but like the longer you're here, the more you realize, a couple of days ago you were down in the, you were in the common room, and there was up on the bulletin board, along with all of the other stuff, people needing rides to, everywhere all over the place, and people looking for roommates. You saw this thing. This guy was offering like $100 for a sleep study, and like you're like, oh, I give you $100. And you remember like going after your classes and sort of like getting involved in that, but then it gets hazy. Like you don't remember actually showing up to it. You don't remember what happened there and such. And you still feel you haven't eaten anything yet. You don't have any coffee yet, but you still feel this connection with this other world.
Yeah, I really enjoyed being a thief. And
I was. I imagine we're in the car. Now, are we all like still in the same squad car, like still having coffee?
Yeah, the five of you were kind of like in an interview room at the police station right now, and sort of like waking up out of it, sort of like snapping out of where you were and into this, into this different reality.
I was an elf, Glorandal Elvaris. I was son of Finithiel.
The detective was like, "What did that maniac do to you? I'm absolutely appalled," he says.
May I talk with these cops?
Sure.
So I look at them and I say, I'll answer anything you want to know, but first you need to get me a real drink.
A cup of coffee or?
Still in that dwarven mindset a bit. He's
like a real drink.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know who you are. You're but this hot brew is kind of.
Yeah, they brought you a cup of coffee. It's not great, but it's doing the work, though. It's definitely strong. He looks over at you and he's like, son, that's more than my job is worth, I'm afraid. I need 1 minute to. I'll be right back, guy. I need a $5. Be entertaining, guys, for just a minute.
Sure. This is like a very hot potion of haste. Bit watered down, though.
Dirty Dan grunts in discontent and then picks up the coffee.
When are you going to wake back up? Fools. Sheep. Wake up. Wake up.
Have you tried this coffee? It is actually quite invigorating. This Dunkin.
No, but these pastries look good.
Oh my God. What's the plan?
I'm just looking around like, we should tell him everything.
Do you see the look on that man's face when...
Yeah, it sounds like he was disgusted when I told him that I was an elf.
Sorry, elf.
That I was a son of Finithiel.
Unimpressed.
And apparently this officer wasn't amused when you said you were a thief.
All right, so he is there asking you guys questions about everything that went on, and he's like, so we're gonna call your parents, and we'll take care of this, but we're gonna have a full report and figure out what's going on, and we're gonna have to keep you here under observation for a while. We don't know what kind of drugs he pumped you full of, so we call the doctor, and they'll be here shortly, and just everyone take it easy. You've been through some trauma. But everything's okay now. Everyone is safe. It's over. We just want to figure out what all happened and what he injected you with in order to, he's like, so he kind of like says, does this mean anything to you? He says, he shows you this sort of like journal, like a handwritten journal, and you kind of flip through a couple of pages, and you see all of these like things sort of drawn on the inside there. But one is definitely a sketch that looks a lot like one of those orcs. You know what I'm saying? And a few of them are even scarier things, scarier monsters that are in there.
Yes, I was waylaid by 4 of those. And that is when I came back to your world. When I met, and that is when I was greeted by the lady in white.
Yeah. Hypnosis. You guys have definitely been through some kind of trauma. I'm afraid that he might have given you some kind of experimental hypnotics or something. I mean, these are medicine that, we literally don't know. But everyone just, and then he kind of like, his face kind of takes this kind of like, different turn. He says, I'm going to need every one of you to resist the urge to go to sleep, no matter how strong it is. It's important that you don't do that. It's important that you stay awake and stay here with us.
Well, do you have some more of this Duncan?
Duncan.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, Brendan. Do I still have Divine Aid?
You cast. Okay, so Divine Aid you can only do once per day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking for that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, you did it, but what you do is right now you have access to both the blessing spell and you have access to
heal.
the lay on hands ability.
Okay. No, I was gonna try to make this guy explode like a water balloon.
Well, if you could, like I said, this is special. Maybe this is special circumstances. Maybe this is this is a different day because you're in a different world. You could try, you can certainly try. The worst that can happen is you can anger Great Cthulhu. And what's the worst that can happen
What would the DC be to make this guy explode like an extra
actually
in
die?
District 9?
Yeah, you can spend some luck, but it'll take an actual 20 to do it.
All right. Goth is just going to start kind of grumbling, mumbling under her breath. Oh, so close. I got an 18.
Oh, yeah?
So 2 points of luck?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So points a finger at this guy, and he just blows up like a water balloon. Just, blood and guts and everything over every wall. I painted this interrogation room bright red.
Gotcha. All right.
You are all asleep. Wake up.
All right. So that detective just explodes. And like suddenly there's blood everywhere. And then the ground itself starts to shake. You guys hear far off lightning and thunder start to come in from everywhere and such. And you guys look over and Goth Darkson, she's standing there and like you can see suddenly there's like a cloud of darkness around you and such. And you guys hear from someplace like suddenly even though you guys are super inland, Ohio State, but like you hear suddenly you smell the sea, like you just smell the sea coming in from everywhere at once. All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative just in case some stuff happens. Initiative. D20, add your modifiers.
7 for Dirty Dan.
2 for Glorandal.
Say it again.
2 for Glorandal.
2, and you should figure out what your names in this world are too. Not you, Goth. You're right where you need to be. Bodrick.
That would be a 17.
17. Okay. Dougal.
19.
And who am I missing?
Goth is a 15.
Goth on 15.
Now, my disapproval is at 19 and my luck is at 1. So I figure I'm barely hanging on to
but here's the thing
life.
though, okay? Like I want to here's the thing, right? So like go ahead and roll one more of your spells randomly.
Randomly.
Okay? Yeah.
I got a 5, which is resist cold or heat.
Okay. So here's what happens. So like You have actually cast a working magic spell in this other world and created a conduit to wherever. So now suddenly you feel like the energy of Cthulhu is kind of like sinking back into you. You know what I'm saying? And like sort of like starting to permeate the whole world. This world that at one time had nothing like this, no magic or anything. Suddenly you are bringing it back into the first time. And you can feel your powers returning. You know what I'm saying?
Glorious.
Yeah.
God damn it, God.
So, but you know what though? That's no help. It is Dougal can go is up next.
All right, so did that officer happen to have a gun before he blew up?
Yeah, they all do. Yeah, there's a red slimy cop 9mm, like a
right.
Glock 17i.
Yeah, so it's like a Glock. Yeah, so I just take that. Do I know how to operate a Glock?
You can roll me a luck check. D20, roll a low one to your current luck.
Yes, I passed my luck check. Yeah.
Yeah, your dad took you out of the range a couple of times. You know what you're doing.
All right, so yes, I'm just gonna make sure he's got anything else there, like a badge, extra like rounds or anything like that. I just gather that.
You know,
up.
it's like you can grab the gun. You were gonna have to dig through the mess that was one time a human being in order to find anything else specific. Like the gun kind of clattered. You can't miss those. But like everything else, there's piles of clothes. There's a lot of red. There's gray, a little yellow involved. It's not. You know, it's not good.
So I just wipe all the stuff off the gun just to make sure it doesn't like jam up or anything like that. And how do I get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, you can run through the door into the hallway.
Yeah, that's what I do. So Goth is like tripping out here. Things are going crazy. So I've got that gun, and my plan is to just get out of here.
All right, gotcha. So you run out to the front, like while you run. Oh man. All right. I want you to give me one more luck check, and this is the one that counts.
Yep, pass it again. Yep, 10.
By some miracle, okay, you have now run to the front of the station, and like, apparently every other policeman is, they don't see you running out of the interrogation room bloody and carrying a cop's gun. Somehow they just, at least this first round, you make it out into the hallway, and you can see the door out of the front. But like right now, somehow this first round, nobody's over there. Although you do hear a lot of yelling and such. People are looking out windows and things. So this is like you're looking over cubicles, you know what I'm saying? Police office and such, and there's a big clock on the wall. There's a door leading to the outside from here that you guys came in through. And yeah, it looks, so you are running outside there holding this 9mm. So so it's Dave. Dave, who was playing a halfling earlier. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna follow Dougal or Jake out of the interrogation room.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just time to get out of here. Dave's still dazed, still trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yes. Gotcha. So, Goth, it is your turn this round. You have taxed yourself mightily this day, but like you feel that power rushing through you, and you feel like it's almost as if you can hear the stars, the jeweled movement of the universe realigning itself in the heavens over this day. And is it the stars rearranging themselves that brought all of this to a head, or did your actions actually sway the heavens? You have no way of knowing, and you're not sure it matters. What are you going to do?
I'm going to follow Jake and Dave out of the station. Completely drenched in blood, like a scene at the end of Carrie.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you run out there and
wait for me, guys.
Yeah, chasing him out of there. So it's time for Jonathan. Jonathan, what are you going to do?
So he's remembering who he was. Jonathan Douglas. He was a nice guy. Like, so he's not okay with what Goth just did, like blowing up this dude. Like, he doesn't trust him. He walks out of here, and he's walking around like to talk to these police people. He's like, my friend, he murdered someone.
All right. Yeah,
I'd like to point out the pronoun choice that he used to describe the friend that murdered someone was a him and not a her.
Yeah. You're like my friend. He murdered somebody. You're still kind of confused back from the old world and this world and such. And yeah, man.
I with the gun and all the wiped off blood in his shirt.
They're like, yeah. So at this point, they kind of look around and they are pretty sure you mean Jake. Their initiative is at the end of the order, but we will see what they do. But we see a lot of cops dipping for a lot of guns right now. Okay, so you go out there and explain this to them and such. So you are now standing over there next to a uniformed officer out in their cube farm section of this police office, and people are starting to scream outside. You'll hear something from the exterior and such. You hear lightning, like thunder and lightning coming from outside, high winds, and again the smell of the ocean gets stronger and stronger. It's like now you feel like you're a minute ago it was like you were a mile from the beach, but now it's like you feel the sand under your toes. You can almost hear the susurration of the waves lapping against the shore.
Dude.
So as everyone's running out, it is Gary. Gary, what are you gonna do? Your audio.
Let me see. I'm still like, do I still feel 100% like Gary? Is there still a little Glorandal in me? There's
a little, yeah.
We've all got
I remember
a little
that
Glorandal
smell.
in
I
us.
remember that smell of fish every time that Goth would heal me and such. And I said, I need to get out of here. I need to do what I can to whatever fiber of my strength to bring about Elfland, to bring about the King of Elfland. To, hopefully set things right again here. So,
Word. All right, so here's the deal, okay? You're going to try to cast Invoke Patron. Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Absolutely.
And reach out to the King of Elfland. Okay, so, all right, so here's the thing. You're only rolling the D16 for this check, okay?
Okay.
And I will make that roll and see where you are.
All right, do I have the ability to spellburn in this weird Gary form?
Yeah, yeah, but you got to describe to me how you're doing it, because now you're in the real world and it isn't just like super, easy to do. So tell me what you're going to do.
All right. So, I am going.
Yes, it's 5:30. So just.
I am pulling my. Yeah, I am just taking another of this Duncan, and I am just. It's like burning down my chest because it's just spilling all over.
This is garbage.
And I'm like,
you're just like scalding yourself.
Can't hear me.
The cop is like, Mr. Pickens, you are out of your mind. Go ahead and make that check.
So I'm burning 5. So I'm burning 5 points of strength. So that means says 11. That is 16. Plus I'm going to burn some luck. So I'm going to burn 5 lucks. So 23.
Yeah, man. So suddenly, okay, you feel yourself whisked away to this like a forest covered in snow. And there in the middle of it, you see the King of Elfland, who is there like laying there asleep with snow all covered over, but he wakes up like, oh. And he's like, looks around and he's like, so long have I been forgotten in Elfland that I have not been a member of this realm, and yet you have returned me here. And now, let the wild rumpus start. And like he throws his hands up, and like suddenly, Gary is no longer. Change your name on that thing. There is only Glorendiel, who has now appeared back in the midst of this and such. And like his power reaches out, and like it actually reaches out to Bodrick, to Dirty Dan, and to Dougal, offering to bring you into this new reality, to combine your former self and your past self in this thing that will combine and put the world together for you. What do we do?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Okay. And how about for Dirty Dan?
So he's elves. He's going to kind of not fully embrace this, but like half, like lets a little bit of Dirty Dan in, but he's not letting it take full control over him.
Gotcha. All right. What I really want here, this isn't really a saving throw, but it's going to be like a willpower save. So roll me a D20 and add your willpower number, but this isn't exactly a saving throw. I just want to get a gauge of how your ability, but you had 12?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, so you know what? You feel comfortable in a fight right now. What was your D die before? Was it D4? I will say that for at least for now, you can roll a D3, but your body is still like, you know, physically, you're in your human body, and you look over and like leaning up against the wall over there is that lacrosse stick, and like when you see that, it's like, you know, like you see an Excalibur. Like you reach out to it and such, and like with it in your hand, you feel like this power again. No. All right. So you guys, Glorandil is back to like full power and are now in this world. At this point, now there are 2 conduits to the other world. So go ahead. Who's going to make me a roll for me? Bodrick. Roll me a D20. High being towards the dream world and 1 being towards the world that you're in right now.
That was my favourite number. It's a 16.
16. All right. So as you look through, okay, like the world is now changing with these multiple conduits that are open there and such. And you see, like, you know, some of these police officers are transforming before your eyes and becoming these like ancient warriors of old who are in like classical style armor. You know, some of them stay the same, some of them do not. But like the entire place, the aspect of the same, of everything starts to change, and you lose track of how real it was before. Like, you know, like what was the actual truth? Was it always like this? Was it always this? You know, you feel suddenly that you are all living in the borderland, a world that has been created by these 2 conduits that is between both worlds, a pocket realm where all of this is happening. So you guys are all there, and you feel, like I said, and like suddenly, and you know, you feel like a shaking throughout the world as something huge, you know, is somewhere moving outside of this and such, and you hear a lot of laughter and you know, like there's a refrigerator door, like they have a little cop mini fridge. That door pops open, and just like a squad of little fairies run out of there. All of them, like, you know, and they've got like Coca-Cola like gear on across their chest and such, a little like Coca-Cola shields, like made of like Coke cans. And they all like, and you just dash under a desk, and you don't see them again. People are screaming and yelling and kind of running in all directions. Yeah, people are kind of confused by this. What we got to do. One of those knights, though, levels his gun. Wait, I'm sorry, I said gun. Levels his crossbow over at Dougal and is like, "You there! This is all your fault. You have slain one of our members, and now you shall taste the wrath of this." Ding! He's gonna fire his. It's a crossbow. It's definitely a crossbow. It was never a pistol. Never was it a pistol. Fires it at you. What's your armor class? Now that you have your armor back.
My armor class, it was damaged, so it's 12.
Yeah, so this bolt flies past your head, but it misses you by an inch. It sticks into a glass-framed picture that had some kind of like merit certificate written for some police officer on top of it. It is top of the order. It is your turn. You guys are there with the doors leading to the outside, and chaos is reigning here. It's Dougal and then Baldric. What are you going to do?
That Glock that I have, what is that now in my hand? Is it still a Glock? Because I'd love to pop this off.
Yeah, you know, 16, you look down, you have a hand crossbow, cocked and loaded.
All right, so I fire back at
All right.
this
Yeah,
knight.
give me that shot. Ding.
14.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, he takes that.
Actually, it's 15. Yeah, sorry.
15, yeah, go ahead. And roll me a die 3 for damage.
Die 3.
Mm-hmm.
1.
All right. He only takes 1 point of damage, but he staggers back, and his eyes start to go. And he's like, "Sleep poison! Ah, you varlet! You have aligned yourself with the drow that." And he just kind of slumps back over a desk and falls down there asleep. Dougal, it is your turn. You are out there with the rest of them. You look over and like Goth Darkson is a complete halfway composite of their old self and their new self. Armor, weapons. Imagine the exact same thing, but now they're a woman. You know what I'm saying? And like you can feel the power radiating off of them and such. It is your turn. The world is in some kind of chaos. Everything's kind of going in a lot of directions. What are you going to do?
I don't know that there's an immediate threat. I am.
Do you want to hold your action, and we'll come back to you?
Do that.
All right, we're gonna hold action for Bodrick, and it is time for Goth to go. Goth, once again, feeling that power, like surging through you. You see the world correcting itself, and you see that the pieces that were missing are all sort of transforming and becoming the pieces that were there from before. Things are getting right. What are you going to do?
I am going to revel in the rightness of this moment. But yeah, same thing. I don't see it like an immediate threat. So unless somebody starts shooting at me or something.
All right, so you're just like praising. You're giving praise. Ah! All right,
chanting into the storm.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's time for Dirty Jonathan to go.
So
they're straddling the world in between both. You know what I mean? You've got a little bit of dwarf feeling, a little scruff over here, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little stockier. You look around at what's going on, and what does your character do?
So I'm looking for if I can tell who the police captain is, or like who's in charge around here.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can. There's actually the guy that was the detective that brought you guys in here originally. He looks just like he did before, and he is still holding a gun there. But he does not know what to do because he's literally looking at an elf now and a halfling that appeared out of no place in his world. And he's looking around and like he's like tries to pick up his phone, and his phone is just like when he picks it up, it's just like a piece of wood in his hand. It's just like the whole thing. His desk-mounted phone is just like a token that was sitting there before.
Yeah.
So he's very confused. What are you gonna do?
So I run over to him. I say, "Snap out of it. Cthulhu's coming. We have to do something."
What do we do?
Rally your troops.
Against. All right. All right. And okay, so he is going to go up. He stands up on his chair and he screams out to everyone, "Listen, you are still officers of the law, and you still need to do what you have to do to defend people against what's going on." And you see, there is a some of them listen, some of them don't listen as he tries to rally the troops. Why don't you make a personality check for him? D20
okay.
And roll that personality.
So I hold up my lacrosse stick. I'm like, "Join us." That would be a 5. Very convincing.
Yeah, man. There's a lot more of them are scattering about. A few of them are like, "Hail Cthulhu." It didn't go nearly as well as you might have liked from there. All right, so you come back. Glorendial, you have once again you feel like you're in your full elf regalia, and you feel that you feel the magic is returning into the world, and you look over there and Goth Darkson is reveling. You feel like Goth Darkson's dark master might be on the way. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to talk to Goth. Goth.
All right.
I'm Glorant. I have awakened again. I feel like this Gary that was in me is no more. Goth, we were our group, we were an adventuring company. We've been on many exploits together. I mean, this is a whole new world for us to explore. We need to reunite again. We cannot bring this world at its end and let our companions die, let these people die. Call back the great old one and let us continue our quests again. I don't want it to come to blows between us, but I will if I have to.
You make a compelling case. I think Goth is just lost in madness at this point. If that's cool with you guys.
Man, it's awesome.
Yeah, lost in madness. I hear you.
I mean, 1 luck and 19 disapproval. That's like as bad as you can get and still be alive.
Then
okay. It didn't. Dorian, talking to Goth did not seem to work. We'll call that your move action if you still want to do something.
I am going to. All right, so it's time to.
Take her out.
It's time for war, I guess. I am. Well, I am going to cast Eckham's mystical mask to prepare for the worst from him. So.
All right, it is your lucky spell. Go ahead and cast it.
Am I doing this on a D20 or a D16?
D20, Elf. D20.
Okay, I did roll a nat 20 on this.
Nice.
So 24, so 26. I should have had it onto that. I have it bookmarked.
Is that level 2 or level 1?
That is a level 1, I believe. It's on page 137.
Gotcha.
So 26.
24. The mask protects the caster against physical attacks. +4 AC while it's in effect. In addition, you are +2 on all saving throws for the duration of the effect. The caster's face appears encased in shining steel. Unless, if you want to, though, you can choose a lower. This is one of those spells where you can choose a lower result if you want to choose something on a lower level.
I'm actually going to spend 6 points of luck so I get basically combines all the possible effects in a single visage.
Holy.
Well, all right.
So,
okay, so +4. All right, so that means Goth. I mean, you can make a will save, but you got to get a 32. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're there.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I mean, there's always a chance. Hey, man, Bodrick might take your part and throw you some luck points. So, why don't you roll some numbers and see what comes up?
Nope, didn't make it.
All right, so this is what happens. So Goth.
I got a 12.
All right, Goth, loses it and just goes screaming out of the, screams and runs out of the place. And when you do, you're being it sort of broke your concentration and threw up the conduit of madness that had attached the two worlds together through you. And you guys see that as you walk outside, just for a moment, you see the world transformed and is now a combination of the waking world that you were in and the dream world you were in. You know what I mean? There are, you see skyscrapers with thatched roofs and hex signs over them and such. Looming over it all, just for a moment, you see great Cthulhu. And you look into their eyes, they look into yours. And that connection is And then in your panic with that cuts off that connection. And you feel that that Cthulhu recedes, doesn't go away, but just goes back to wait. Now that it is now entered into this new world, you feel that the connection is there, but it's not time for them yet. But you are still Cthulhu's high priestess in this world. And what you want the most in the world right now is revenge. Revenge on Glorandil and your former friends who all forced you into this thing. What you have created here is this weird pocket realm between the two worlds. So you don't know how big it is or how far it is, but throughout it, the whole thing is on the scale of 20 to 1, 20 being, the DCC world, 1 being the real world, it's a 16. as was rolled by Bodrick. Or by who got 16 on the Glory Girl. Whoever, yeah, Bodrick did roll it, yeah. So I think this is actually a good stopping place for right now. So you guys will we'll go ahead and now setting up the actors for whatever's going to happen next, having created this pocket realm between the two universes. You guys, are going to have to, make some big decisions. Dirty John's got to make some big decisions. I mean, this is some like Twilight stuff right here. Are you going to go out and fight evil, or are you going to go out and try to, get your varsity letter of lacrosse? Decisions. But this is a good starting point for right here for what's been a very fun adventure to educate. Thank you guys all for coming out and using your imagination, for going along with my weird world, and for being so game. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's time for the tradition that we do here every time at Game Therapy. Everyone take a big inhale, deep breath. Exhale. In with the gaming. Out with the bullcrap. Do this at home if you're watching. In with the gaming. Out with the bullcrap. And thank you all very much, and appreciate you guys coming in. I hope to see you guys all next week. Tune in here to Game Therapy for another insane world. Thank you.
Thanks, folks. Good night.
Hey.